The reality is that separation will not make the heart grow fonder. Indy will not make the heart grow fonder. It will only make the heart grow colder. If the heart is not fond right now, it's not going to be fond after separation. If you're not doing things together right now, you're not going to be doing things together after separation. So we have to ask, where does this attitude come from? Where does this belief come from? And it's because the people who say these things, they themselves believe themselves right now to be put upon. They believe themselves right now to be oppressed. They believe themselves right now to be held back, often by a foreign country. And so they believe that if they got somehow freedom from this, then there's going to be some kind of rebirth of their heart. And they're going to then look upon their previous oppressors with forgiveness and mercy. And they're going to be able somehow, in their magnanimity, to get along. It's not how things work. But that's what leads them to believe that post-separation things will somehow be better. And related to this belief that there'll be the relationship will be better, they also believe that they'll be able to do more things together as well. And there was a good example of this from an SNP MP, and we've got a tweet there about this, which we'll just put up. This was last year, and he was quoting from somebody's article. And there's Stuart MacDonald there at the bottom. He says, if the Scots, and he's quoting, if the Scots vote for independence, then emerging, I don't know what that means, new UK should aspire to be the best friend and ally of an independent Scotland and seek close links with it. Geography, common values and self-interest would demand no less. And we responded, right now, it's that the SNP are basically saying right now we're not best friends or allies and we don't want close links despite geography, common values and self-interest. But after we've split, we'll be best friends and allies and seek close links, especially because of geography, common values and self-interest. How absurd, how absurd, how absurd to break our close links and then say that the first thing we will do after separation is to seek close links again. Okay, we already have the close links, but they're saying what we need to do is to separate and then immediately seek close links because our geography, our common values, and our self-interest demands it. That's just absurd behaviour. That's an absurd thing to say, but that's how they're thinking. That's how they're thinking. So, to conclude, if you're the sort of person who is not getting on right now with England and the English, then separation is not going to make your heart grow fonder. Separation is going to make your heart grow colder. Separation is not going to solve your attitude towards England and the English right now. It will only make it worse. So what you need to do is basically have a change of heart. That's what's ultimately it's about, is a change of heart. And if you're not doing things with England and the English right now, you're not going to be doing anything with them after separation either. Okay, so don't try to kid yourself. Don't try to kid yourself that external circumstances will somehow change what is actually an issue of your own heart. If you're not treating the English as equals right now, you're not going to be treating the English as equals after separation. And basically, their attitude is summed up in this cartoon, which really is a fantastic cartoon. and which was put together by a colleague of ours about 10 years ago. Unionism versus separatism. How Unionists see the past, Scotland and England warring against each other, and how Unionists see the present, Scotland and England friendly with each other within and under the Union Jack. And what we propose for the future is moving forward behind our flag of unity. But look at how the separatists see the past. Like ourselves to an extent, we understand there was war against each other, but look how they see the present. They see the present as England oppressing Scotland under the flag of the Union. And in the future, that's what it will be like after separatism. Scotland still remaining suspicious of England. So we are the top row, and the nationalists, unfortunately, are the bottom row. Okay. And so the answer, as we always say, is to do more together right now while we are in the Union. To build on our close links right now, to accept the fact of our geography, our common values, and our self-interest, and to realise that all of these things make it sensible that we stay in union and we stay together, because as we always say, we have more in common than what divides us, and so it makes sense for our political institutions to reflect that fact. And as we always say, this is our key message in this special policy edition of Union Heart, and if you don't have a copy, you really are missing out. We always suggest to people, buy 2 copies. It's only a £5. Buy 2 copies, send one to your local legislator, whether MSP or MP. And you'll be able to not just get some really good ideas for the Union, but you'll also be keeping us going, keeping this fantastic message and show alive.